Students, in this video, I'm going to discuss indeterminate forms. And this is the last topic of your syllabus. Here, what is indeterminate form? So we know that when we are finding the limit x tending to a of the function of the form f of x divided by g of x, then with the help of limit of algebra, we can say that this is equals to limit x tending to a f of x divided by limit x tending to a g of x, provided limit x tending to a f of x and limit x tending to a g of x both exist. Okay, so both limits should exist for the existence of this limit, and limit x tending to a g of x should be non-zero, otherwise this will be infinite. So this is another very important condition. Okay, however, it may be possible to evaluate limit x tending to a f of x divided by g of x even when limit x tending to a f of x is equals to limit x tending to a g of x is equals to 0. That means when both are 0, here is 0, here is 0, then we can evaluate this. In this case, limit x tending to a f of x by g of x is said to be the indeterminate form of the form 0 by 0. Why? Because here we are having 0, here we have 0, so 0 by 0 form. And this is called indeterminate form 0 by 0. Such a limit can be evaluated by L'Hospital's rule. So there is a rule to evaluate this limit of this form 0 by 0, which is known as L'Hospital's rule. So we will discuss this rule here. Note, other indeterminate forms are, there is not only 0 by 0 form, but there are another forms also. And these are infinite by infinite, 0 into infinite, infinite minus infinite, 0 raised to the power 0, 1 raised to the power infinite, and infinite raised to the power infinite. Okay, so we will take the examples on these. However, we will establish the L'Hospital rule for 0 by 0 form and infinite by infinite, because they will be used to evaluate the other indeterminate forms also. So there are mainly two rules: L'Hospital rule for 0 by 0 form and L'Hospital rule for infinite by infinite. However, the working procedure is same. There is no difference. But we will establish these two, the L'Hospital rule for these two separately in terms of theorems. So here, first is L'Hospital rule for 0 by 0 form. What is the statement? If f and g be two functions such that limit x tending to a f of x is equals to limit x tending to a g of x is equals to 0, and second condition, f dash x and g dash x exist. That means both are derivable. Both functions are derivable. And g of x is non-zero, g dash x is also non-zero for all x in the interval a minus delta to a plus delta, where delta is greater than 0 except possibly at a. Okay, so that means in the deleted neighborhood of this, gx is non-zero, g dash x is non-zero, and both exist. Both function derivative exists. Okay, and the third one is limit x tending to a f dash x g dash x exist. Then, so these are three important conditions. Both limits should be 0, both functions are derivable, x and gx and g dash x both should be non-zero in this interval except possibly at a, and third, limit x tending to a f dash x g dash x exists. Then limit x tending to a fx by gx is nothing but limit x tending to a f dash x by g dash x. So we have to prove this. Okay, so here that means the value of this ratio is equals to limit x tending to a, just differentiate this function and differentiate the g. So again, so the limit of this ratio or this quotient function is exactly same as the limit of this function. Okay, so how to prove this? So to prove this, we have to utilize this second Second condition says that f dash and g dash both are derivable. Both functions are derivable in this interval. So obviously when they are derivable, so they are continuous also, because this is the necessary condition to exist the derivative, that they should be continuous. So since f and g are derivable at point A, because they exist, then they are continuous at point A. Since they are derivable at A, so they should be continuous at A. And then by the utilizing this condition number 1, which says that limit extending to A f of x, so the value of this limit should be equal to f of A. For the continuity, this limit should be same as the value of the function at point A, obviously. And since the limit of this function is 0, hence we can say that f of A should be 0, so that continuity will be maintained. Similarly, the value of this limit should be g of A, and g of A itself 0, because here is 0. Okay, so then by first we can say that f of A, g of A should be 0. Then we have this equality, limit extending to A f of x is equals to f of A. So continuity is maintained, but since this is limit is 0, that's why f of A should be 0. Similarly, limit extending to A, g of x is equal to g of A, this should be 0. Okay, now consider this interval. This is the interval a minus delta to a plus delta. A is the center. So now we are taking any point x in this half interval. So now we are taking this red interval, closed interval a to x. Okay, we are picking this interval. So consider the interval ax, where x is greater than a. We are taking this red interval. So now in this interval, if you will see in this interval, according to this function is in this interval, f and g are continuous in ax, because they are derivable in this interval, so they are also derivable in this interval, and hence f and g will be continuous also in this interval. Okay, so that's why this first condition, f and g are continuous in this interval. Similarly, f and g are derivable in open interval ax, because they are derivable, that's why. Third is g dash t is non-zero for all t in this interval, because this condition holds, g dash x is non-zero in this interval. So obviously g dash x will be non-zero in this interval also. Hence g dash t is the parameter, is non-zero for all t in the interval a to x. Okay, then by Cauchy mean value theorem, there exists some point C in this open interval a to x, such that f of x minus f of a divided by g of x minus g of a is equals to f dash c divided by g dash c. Okay, so that's why you can see that in this red interval we have some point C here, we have a point C here, such that this condition holds. Okay, but what is f of a, what is g of a? For the continuity, f of a and g of a both are 0, so that's why this is 0, this is 0. So ultimately we get f of x divided by g of x is equals to f dash c divided by g dash c, where c is any point in the interval, open interval a to x. Okay, and f of a is equal to g of a is 0. Now when this x tends to a, जब ये x a की तरफ tend करेगा, then obviously c is also tending to a, because every point of this interval tending to a, so c is also tending to a. Hence when x tending to a, c is tending to a. Okay, so then limit x tending to a, so in this left hand side we are taking the limit x tending to a. So f of x, limit x tending to a, f of x divided by g of x is equals to, however in the right hand side we have c, so since x tending to a implies c is tending to a, that's why we are taking here c tending to a. So limit c tending to a, f dash c is tending divided by g dash c. Now you can replace this c by x. So limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x. Just replacing c by x, any variable point. Okay, so now we can say that this limit is equals to this limit. So limit x tending to a f of x divided by g of x is equals to limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x. So this is the proof of L'Hospital rule for 0 by 0 form. Now note point. First note, it may happen that limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x is again 0 by 0 form. Again, when you are substituting this limit, again you are getting 0 by 0 indeterminate form. Okay, in this case we can extend the L'Hospital rule as follows. So again apply the same rule. So again differentiate this. So limit x tending to a f of x divided by gx is equal to limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x, which is again 0 by 0 form. So that again apply L'Hospital rule. So limit x tending to a f second derivative at x divided by g second derivative of x, where f dash and g dash satisfy the conditions of L'Hospital rule. That means these conditions, that f dash x, limit x tending to a f dash x is equal to limit x tending to a g dash x, both are 0. F second derivative, in place of f we are writing f dash, in place of g writing g dash. तो यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा, सेकंड डेरिवेटिव ऑफ f हो जाएगा, यहाँ सेकंड डेरिवेटिव ऑफ g हो जाएगा, एग्जिस्ट, and f dash x is non-zero, g double dash x is non-zero in this interval, and limit x tending to a f double dash x, g double dash x exists. Then we have this conclusion. Okay, so f की जगह f dash कर देंगे, g की जगह g dash कर देंगे, and then we are having this condition. I hope you understand. Further, again you can have this of the form 0 by 0. ये फिर हो सकता है दोबारा से 0 by 0 form आ जाए. So that's why we are having this generalized version. So this rule can be generalized as follows. If f of x and g of x are functions such that limit x tending to a f n minus 1th derivative of x divided by g n minus 1th derivative of x, this represents the indeterminate form of the 0 by 0, and the functions f nth derivative of x and g nth derivative of the function x satisfy the conditions of L'Hospital rule, then this is the generalized version of L'Hospital rule. Limit x tending to a fx divided by gx is equal to limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x is equal to limit x tending to a f n minus 1th derivative of the function f divided by g n minus 1th derivative at x is equals to limit x tending to a f nx g nx. Okay, so this is the generalized version. Now this is for the 0 by 0 form. Similarly, we have L'Hospital rule for infinite by infinite form. Okay, so statement is, if f and g be two functions such that, first condition, limit x tending to a fx is equal to limit x tending to a gx is infinite. Second condition, f dash x and g dash x exist and gx is non-zero, g dash x is non-zero for all x in the interval a minus delta to a plus delta, where delta is greater than 0, except possibly at a. Then limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x exists. Then limit x tending to a fx by gx is equal to limit x tending to a f dash x divided by g dash x. Okay, so the conclusion is same. However, the difference is that here we have infinite. Here we have infinite. Okay, in place of 0, if you will see this statement for 0 by 0, here we have 0. However, here we are having infinite. Okay, so now proof. So consider again this, consider this interval from a minus delta to a plus delta. Now here consider 2 points in this half interval. In previous case, here we have taken only 1 point here, x. However, here we have considered 2 points. One is x, another one is b. Okay, so consider 2 points x and b in this interval a to a plus delta. Okay, so take 2 points x and b such that a is less than x is less than b, and b is less than a plus delta. That means this scenario. Okay. So it is easily verified that f and g satisfy all the conditions of Cauchy mean value theorem in x to b in this interval. In this interval, because this is infinite at a. However, we have already avoided. We are saying that in this interval x to b, all the conditions are satisfied. That means function is continuous here, function is derivable here, and g dash x is non-zero. That's why similarly for f, so both these functions will satisfy all the conditions of Cauchy mean value theorem in this interval. Hence there exists a point c in this interval. This is c point here, such that fb minus f of x divided by gb minus g of x is equal to f dash c divided by g dash c. Okay. Now here for the continuity, if you will see, for the continuity f at a is infinite होना चाहिए. Continuity के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? f of a is equal to infinite. ओके. लेकिन b के ऊपर infinite हो ये कोई जरूरी नहीं है. b is a real valued value. That's why you can take f of x common here. F of x you can take common. So we get f of b divided by f of x minus 1 divided by. Similarly take gx from here. So gx is gb upon g of x minus 1 is equal to f dash c divided by g dash c. Okay. Now take the limit extending to a here and here. So here limit will be, if in the left hand side when you take extending to a, so obviously in the right hand side c is tending to a. Okay. So here, since limit extending to a f of x is infinite from the first condition, so we can say that limit extending to a f b upon f of x will be 0, because f of b is a real value, any real value. So this is any real value, so this is infinite, so obviously result will be 0. Similarly for this limit extending to a g of x is infinite, so limit extending to a gb by gx will be 0, because g of b is a real value. So now use these two limits here. So limit extending to a fx by gx is equals to, when you take limit, this will be what? This will be 0, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1. So ultimately what we will have? Minus 1 by minus 1, minus 1 से minus 1 cancel हो जाएगा. So ultimately we have this fx by gx. So limit extending to a fx by gx is equal to limit c tending to a f dash c divided by g dash c. Okay. So हमने जैसे ये लिमिट लगाया ये 0 हो जाता है, माइनस वन से कैंसिल हो जाएगा. So we get only fx by gx. That's why I am writing here. In the right hand side, limit c tending to f dash c by g dash c, and as usual you can replace the c by x. So limit extending to f dash x divided by g dash x. Okay. So this is the rule. Again you can have generalized, again ये infinite by infinite आ सकता है. So again you can apply the L'Hospital rule. So the L'Hospital rule for infinite band form can be extended to higher order derivatives as done in the case of 0 by 0 form. Okay. So again you can generalize this. Okay. I think you understand this. Now I am taking few examples. So first examples on 0 by 0 form. So evaluate limit extending to 0 x e raised to the power x minus log 1 plus x divided by x square. Second is limit extending to 0 1 minus cos x square divided by x square sin x square. Okay. So now first solution of the first part. So limit extending to 0. First I am writing numerator part. So x e raised to the power x minus log 1 plus x. When you apply the limit, what you will get? 0 from here due to x, 0 minus log 1 plus 0, that means log 1. Log 1 is also 0, so 0 minus 0 is 0. Now the denominator part. So limit extending to 0 x square is 0. So ultimately we have 0 by 0 form. So 0 by 0 form. So now I'll apply L'Hospital rule. So limit extending to 0 x e raised to the power x minus log 1 plus x divided by x square is equal to limit extending to 0. Now differentiate the numerator part and denominator part separately. So what we will get? So just differentiate this part. So we get x e raised to the power x plus e raised to the power x minus 1 upon 1 plus x divided by Derivative of the denominator is 2x. When you again substitute the limit, so you will get 0, 1, minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, plus 0 is 0. So ultimately again 0 by 0 form. So again apply our hospital rule here. So limit extending to 0. Again differentiate this numerator part and denominator part separately. So here the derivative of the numerator is x e raised to the power x plus twice e raised to the power x plus 1 upon 1 plus x whole square. Now the derivative of the denominator is 2. Okay. Now apply the limit. So here we get 0. From here we get 2. From here we get 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And this is 2. So 3 by 2 is the answer. Okay. So the 3 by 2 is the limit of this function. Now again second part, limit extending to 0, 1 minus cos x square. So when here I am taking the numerator part. So 1 minus 1 will be 0. Similarly find out the limit of the denominator part. So limit extending to 0, x square sin x square. This is equals to 0. This is equal to 0. So we have 0 by 0 form. Then by L'Hospital rule. Now we have this. Again, when you apply the L'Hospital rule, so you will have this function. And we can easily identify that limit extending to 0, x square by sin x square is 1 using L'Hospital rule. You can easily verify. Okay. So now we will utilize this condition in our case here. So limit extending to 0, 1 minus cos x square divided by x square sin x square. Multiply and divide by x square here, so that we will have this form. So just limit extending to 0, 1 minus cos x square divided by x square into x square by sin x square. So here we have multiplied and divided by x square. Okay. So this will be x raised to the power 4. This is 4. Okay. This is 4. Okay. So now what will be the limit of this part? The limit of this part will be 1. The limit of this part will be 1. And now you can evaluate this part only. Okay. So now here so now differentiate this L'Hospital rule. So this will be 1 as per this. So this will be 1. So we have only this part remains. Okay. Now differentiate this numerator and denominator separately. So we get limit extending to 0, 2x sin x square divided by 4x cube. Okay. When you apply L'Hospital rule, when you apply the limit here, so what we will get? 0. What you get here? 0. So 0 by 0 form again. So again apply L'Hospital rule. So limit extending to 0. So here if when you simplify this, what you will get? 1 by 2 sin x square divided by x square. X is cancelled out with this x. So x is, but we know that the limit of this function is 1. So 1 by 2 into 1 is half. Okay. So that's why this is the limit of this function. Now then another example on infinite by infinite form. Okay. So here we have evaluate limit extending to half or pi by 2 tan 3x divided by 10x. Second example is limit extending to 0 plus 0. Here 0 plus 0 means we are finding the right hand limit only. We are not considering 0 minus 0. So here we are finding only right hand side limit. Okay. So remember this thing. यहाँ केवल हम right hand side limit evaluate कर रहे हैं, left hand side limit नहीं मान रहे हैं. Why? क्यों? ऐसा इसलिए क्योंकि अगर हम यहाँ पर 0 minus 0 रखेंगे यहाँ पर, तो log माइनस वैल्यू आ सकती है, और अगर वो माइनस हो गया यहाँ पर तो क्या हो जाएगा? log डिफाइन ही नहीं होगा. Okay, that's why we are taking only plus sign. Fine. Function is cot x divided by log sin x. Third is log extending to 0, 1 upon x minus 1 upon sin x. So now solve one by one. Solution of first part. The given limit is infinite by infinite form. When you put pi by 2 here, pi by 2 here, so infinite by infinite. Tan 3 pi by 2, 10 by 10 pi, which is infinite by infinite. So then by L'Hospital rule for infinite by infinite, limit extending to pi by 2, tan 3x by 10x is equals to limit extending to pi by 2. Just differentiate this numerator and denominator separately. So 3 sec square 3x divided by sec square x. So this is limit extending to pi by 2. And now we can rewrite this in terms of cos 1 by cos square 3x, और इसको हम लिख सकते हैं 1 by cos square x. So after simplification this, we are having limit extending to pi by 2 3 cos square x divided by cos square 3x, which is now 0 by 0 form. Okay, so now apply L'Hospital rule here. So limit extending to pi by 2, just differentiate this part. So minus 6 cos x sin x divided by minus 6 cos 3x sin 3x. ओके, यहाँ माइनस 3 से माइनस 3 कैंसिल करेंगे, 2 को रख लेंगे यहाँ पर, एंड 2 cos x sin x इज नथिंग बट sin 2x, 2 cos 3x sin 3x is sin 6x. Okay, now this is again 0 by 0 form. Again differentiate this. So log x tending to pi by 2, 2 cos 2x divided by 6 cos 6x. And now when you put pi by 2 here, so here we get 1, here we get 1. So that's why 2 by 6, that means 1 by 3. Okay, so this is the solution. Now the second part, this. So again the given limit is of the form infinite by infinite. Cot 0 की value infinite. Log sin 0, sin 0 means 0, and log 0 is infinite. So infinite by infinite form. Okay, so again apply the L'Hospital rule. So limit extending to 0 plus 0, cot x divided by log sin x is limit extending to 0 plus 0. इसको differentiate किया, so minus cos square x divided by log sin x को differentiate किया, so 1 upon sin x into sin x का derivative cos x. So ultimately we get cot x. Again when you apply the limit, we get infinite by infinite form. So again apply L'Hospital rule here. So limit extending to 0 plus 0, which is nothing but 2 cos square x and cot x. Okay, divided by इसका differential, we get minus cos square x. So ultimately cos square x and cos square x cancel out. So we get only minus 2 cot x. जब इसमें लिमिट लगाएंगे तो इसकी वैल्यू आएगी इनफाइनाइट and multiply by minus sign, so minus infinite. So this is the value of this limit. Okay, now here third one, limit extending to 0 1 by x minus 1 upon sin x. So when you put the limit, so here we get infinite, here we get infinite, so infinite minus infinite. Okay, so this is not by, but this is minus. So such a form can be reduced to 0 by 0 or infinite by infinite. तो इस टाइप की जब भी फॉर्म आएगी इनफाइनाइट माइनस इनफाइनाइट, तो उसको हम 0 by 0 में या इनफाइनाइट माइनस इनफाइनाइट में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू 0 1 upon x minus 1 upon sin x कैन बी रिटन एज लिमिट. इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं, sin x minus x divided by x sin x, and this is now 0 by 0 form. ओके, सो नाउ यहाँ पर फिर वही ट्रिक लगाया हमने, मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड बाय x. सो sin x डिवाइडेड बाय x स्क्वायर इंटू x बाय sin x. तो x से मल्टीप्लाई भी किया, x से डिवाइड भी किया, एंड वी नो दैट द लिमिट ऑफ दिस फंक्शन इज 1. ओके, सो वी हैव ओनली दिस पार्ट, sin x minus x divided by x square. This is nothing but 0 by 0 form. So now apply L'Hospital rule here. So limit extending to 0, differentiate this function and numerator and denominator separately. So cos x minus 1 divided by 2x, which is again 0 by 0 form. So again limit extending to 0, the derivative of this will be nothing but minus sin x, and the derivative of the denominator is 2. Apply the limit here, so we get 0. So 0 is the limit of this function. Okay, so now this is the examples on 0 by 0 and infinite by infinite form and infinite minus infinite form. Now we have few other indeterminate forms, as we have already discussed earlier. The indeterminate forms of 0 by 0, 1 by 1 raised to the power infinite, and infinite raised to the power 0. Okay, to deal with these, so we have general function, we have taken the general form. So limit extending to a fx raised to the power gx, where limit extending to a f of x may be 0, may be 1, may be infinite, 0, 1 or infinite, and limit extending to a gx may be 0, may be infinite, may be 0. So it's 0, infinite or 0. Okay, so we have taken the associative 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 infinite, 1 infinite, infinite 0, infinite 0. Okay, so now how to deal this. So first we have assumed this as y. So y is fx raised to the power gx. Now taking log both sides, so log y is equal to gx log f of x. Now apply the limit extending to a log y is equals to limit extending to a gx into log f of x. Okay, then the right hand side can be reduced to form in 0 by 0 or infinite by infinite, so which can be evaluated using L'Hospital rule. तो इसको चाहे तो 0 by 0 में कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे या इनफाइनाइट बाय इनफाइनाइट में कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे. अल्टीमेटली वी इवेलुएट द लिमिट ऑफ दिस फॉर्म विद द हेल्प ऑफ L'Hospital रूल. सपोज जो वैल्यू आती है इसकी वो L आती है, सो से लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू ए gx into log f of x is L with the help of L'Hospital rule. Then the value of this limit is equal to L. So limit extending to a log y is L. Okay, but now with the help of algebra of limits, this can be written as log को बाहर ले सकते हैं, लिमिट को अंदर ले सकते हैं, log limit extending to a y is equal to L. Okay, now taking the anti-log, so limit extending to a y is e raised to the power L, and what is y? Y is this function. So limit extending to a f of x raised to the power gx is e raised to the power L. So this is the procedure. Okay, now we will apply this approach. So that's why I am taking these three examples. First example, limit x tending to 0 plus 0 x raised to the power x, and this is of the form 0 raised to the power 0. Second is limit x tending to pi by 2 sin x raised to the power 10x, which is nothing but of the form 1 raised to the power infinite. Then third example is limit extending to 0 cot x raised to the power 1 upon log x, which is nothing but infinite raised to the power 0. Okay, so I am taking one example from each category. Now first solution of the first part. Suppose y is x raised to the power x. Again here I am taking right hand side limit only. Okay, so y is x raised to the power x, taking log both side, log y is equal to x log x. Now taking the limit x tending to 0 plus 0 log y is equal to limit x tending to 0 plus 0 x log x, which is nothing but of the form 0 into infinite. This is 0, this is infinite. So this can be converted into infinite by infinite or 0 by 0 form. इसको या तो 0 by 0 में लिख सकते हैं या infinite by infinite में लिख सकते हैं. So we have written this as infinite by infinite form. Just taking rewriting this x as log x divided by 1 by x. Okay, तो सेम फंक्शन को रीराइट किया है, बस x को डिनोमिनेटर में ले गए हैं 1 by x बना के. And now apply L'Hospital rule. So just differentiate the numerator and denominator separately. So limit x tending to 0 plus 0 is 1 by x divided by derivative of 1 by x will be minus 1 upon x square. After simplification this we get limit x tending to 0 plus 0 minus x, and when you apply the limit, so this will be 0. So limit x tending to 0 plus 0 is log y is equal to 0. Now apply the algebra of limits. This can be rewritten as log limit x tending to 0 plus y is equal to 0. Now taking the anti-log, so limit x tending to 0 plus 0 is y is equal to e raised to the power 0. But what is e raised to the power 0 is 1. Hence limit x tending to 0 plus 0 is x raised to the power x is 1. So 1 is the limit of this function. Now the second example. Second example is let y sin x raised to the power 10x. Okay, this example. Taking log both sides, so log y is equals to 10x log sin x multiply by log sin x. Now apply the limit x tending to pi by 2 log y is equal to limit x tending to pi by 2 10x into log sin x, and this is nothing but of the form infinite into 0. तो अब हम इसको 0 by 0 में कन्वर्ट करा लेते हैं. तो 10x को डिनोमिनेटर में ले जाएंगे तो cot x हो जाएगा. So log sin x by cot x with limit x tending to pi by 2. Apply, this is now 0 by 0 form. Apply L'Hospital rule. So limit x tending to pi by 2, this is cos x. इसको जब डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो क्या आएगा 1 upon sin x, and sin x का डेरिवेटिव cos x. So cos x by sin x, this is the derivative of log sin x. Now the derivative of cot x is minus cos x square x. Okay, so after substituting the limit, ये वैल्यू आएगी 0, ये वैल्यू आएगी 1, ये भी 1. So 0 by 1 is 0. Okay, now this can be written as log limit x tending to pi by 2 y is equal to 0, taking the anti-log. So limit x tending to pi by 2 y is e raised to the power 0, which is 1. So limit x tending to pi by 2 y is this sin x raised to the power 10x is 1. So 1 is the limit of this function. And now the last example, this let y is equal to cot x raised to the power 1 upon log x. Okay, take log both sides, so log y is equals to 1 upon log x into log cot x. Taking limit both sides, limit extending to 0, log y is equal to limit extending to 0, 1 upon log x, log cot x. This is nothing but infinite by infinite form. Okay, so now apply a hospital rule here. So limit extending to, तो इसका डेरिवेटिव क्या होगा 1 अपॉन कॉट एक्स, और कॉट एक्स का डेरिवेटिव कॉस स्क्वायर एक्स, सो कॉसेक स्क्वायर एक्स, सो माइनस कॉसेक स्क्वायर एक्स डिवाइडेड बाय कॉट एक्स डिवाइडेड बाय डेरिवेटिव ऑफ लॉग एक्स क्या होगा 1 बाय एक्स. दिस कैन बी रिटन और सिंप्लीफाइड एज लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू, इसको सिंप्लीफाई किया तो क्या आया माइनस एक्स डिवाइडेड बाय साइन एक्स कॉस एक्स. फिर इसको अलग कर लिया साइन एक्स बाय साइन एक्स को, और 1 अपॉन कॉस एक्स को अलग कर लिया. इसकी वैल्यू हमें पता है क्या है 1, और यहाँ से 1 बाय कॉस एक्स की वैल्यू आएगी 1 मल्टीप्लाई बाय माइनस, सो दिस विल बी -1. अगेन अप्लाई द अलजेब्रा ऑफ लिमिट्स. दिस इज लॉग लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू 0 y इज इक्वल टू -1. टेकिंग एंटी लॉग लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू 0 y is e raised to the power -1. Okay, so limit extending to 0 cot x raised to the power 1 upon log x is e raised to the power -1. So this is the value of this limit. Okay, fine. So I think this is over and your syllabus is over. So this is my last, ये जो था हमारा ये लास्ट लेक्चर था, और इससे एसोसिएटेड मैं असाइनमेंट जो है आपको अपलोड करके दे दूंगा. ओके, थैंक यू.